$400,000 in 30 days with branded dropshipping. That was my best month I've done to date. Not the highest, not the lowest. There's obviously people doing way more than me. It's a decent amount, enough to give you the strategy I use to help you for this Q4, Black Friday. Obviously, it's one of the most important times for ecom. The store that I'm showing you now is the results. Is a store we're working with. This is a new store. The results we've had this year to date, I think we'll probably hit between 300 to 400. Top end would be 500, but realistically probably be around $350 to $400,000 for November, which is sick. We'll be implementing these strategies as well for this store. The store, I did $400,000. My best month was the store I actually exited. So that was the company that I talk about that I sold last year. I filmed a full video on it. So if you don't believe me, you can watch the video, because people seem to just go mad, just don't believe anything. Or if you're like new to ecom, the things you say, people don't understand. I'll link the video below. You can watch that as well. I'll also show you the results here. £328,000. I'm pretty sure that's just a bit more than $400,000. That was the month we did. It was a big profit month. It was pretty high margins, to be fair. You can see that obviously the conversion rate's super low, but the average order value was £330, which is probably £450. So that's the video. I'm going to link that below. You can check that out. Not going to lie, you might as well lock into this video and get the information out of it, because it's proved to work for me. Even if you couldn't give a fuck what I've got to say, this could be valuable. One bit of information could help you. So lock in. I'm giving this away for free. I would appreciate if you liked, comment, subscribe if you want to. I'm here now. So do you know what I mean? I'm on YouTube. There's a couple components I'm going to get into. Q4, you can pretty much double, maybe even triple your sales. And it's important, right? The shit I'm going to be telling you, you can't just increase spend and make loads of money. Yes, if you increase spend, you'll probably make a bit more money, but it can cause problems. So the components I'm going to be talking about in this video are back end, the protection of scaling, which I'll get into, creating the offer, emails, and the sales calendar, and obviously creatives. These are the main pillars that we need to focus on for Q4. However, the thing is, time is running out. You should have been doing this prep the start of this month, if not August, okay? You need to prep these things early. You need to have the plan in place. You need to have the processes in place. Also, one super valuable thing that's going to be in it is like the email planning and the sales calendar. It's super important, especially for Q4. I've pretty much given you what we've done in the past. And as well, obviously I've had a few Q4s, Black Fridays. So the first Black Friday I have, my Facebook ad account got banned. And this happens to a lot of people. And I'll explain why and how to prevent it as well. Because if you are scaling, there's more problems. You can get banned. You need to be careful for this. So I'm going to break that down as well. Let's get into it. Also, pretty much just written down this all on a doc. It's simple. It's basic information, easy to digest. The value could be there if you're the type of person that can interpret it and take it for what it is. Obviously, before we get into the juicy bits, if you have a store and you're scaling and you want us to implement the strategy of you, we can review your store, etc. For sort of dialing a personalized plan for Q4, you can book a call below. Obviously, if you're starting out, you need to start a store basically now, because when it gets to like November, end of October, November, the CPMs are going to be rising because everyone's going to be spending way more on paid advertising. So it's actually one of the hardest times to start ecom. So if you're going to start, book a call now, and you need to get something running ASAP basically. Otherwise, you're going to have to be waiting until January. So again, if you want to book a call, feel free. So let's get into this. I've pretty much broken down a Word document. Basic as fuck, but it's important. The information in here is important. So protection against scaling, backend, show the chart. So I'm going to show you the chart and why it's important. These are results from the store that I scaled and sold the company. I did a video on that previously. Where is the Q4? So these big spikes is Q4. So first Q4, didn't really know what I was doing. Second Q4, this is where I came into problems. So I scaled and my Facebook ad account got banned. I'll explain why. This one, we scaled and everything was fine. Why do you need to have a good solid back end in Q4? This is what I learned in my first proper Black Friday that I was trying to scale, right? This one here. When you are scaling and you have a massive increase in sales, but you have not prepared the back end, you can get banned and there can be a lot more problems that fall into place. Number one, when you increase in scale, let's say you have a flat rate of a return rate of 10%. This is in terms of cash flow, and you double your sales or triple your sales in a singular month. Bear in mind, everyone stops buying towards Christmas. So for this niche as well, so this was the home decor niche. No one is buying the home decor after the Black Friday for Christmas presents. So December is a very bad month. So we have a crazy month in November and we have a terrible month, lower month than usual in December. What does that do to the cash flow? So think about this. If you get a crazy increase in sales and your return rate stays the same of 10%, and then you have a really bad month of cash flow for revenue and your return rate stays the same, you're gonna have double the amount of returns for the amount of revenue you have. You're not gonna have the profits from the second month of scaling to basically substand the returns from the big increase of the month. So this month you're gonna be losing money. So that's what we basically did. That was our first time we did it. We had mad profits this month, but we lost loads of money the next month because of the cash flow difference. I'm gonna dive into the things to prepare to basically avoid this. That massive drop as well caused a big influx of chargebacks because all the customers that are coming and buying on the month of November because of the bigger discount, there's a lot more impulse purchases. So they're not really inclined into your brand. They're less sold into it. They're impulse, they're buying it because of the discount. So you're gonna get way more chargebacks, way more refunds, okay, from these purchases. So that 10% actually increases to 15 to 20% refund rate on that month of orders. So the drop in revenue from the next month is gonna be even more of a bigger problem. I'm thinking in terms of business and prep. It's not all about just paid advertising. So you need to know how to prepare. That's why the back end is super important. Customer support, margins I'm gonna get into, chargebacks, increasing basically the profits on the front end. There's multiple things you need to do, and the Facebook feedback score and getting banned. That's another thing. So in this month as well, our Facebook ad account got banned in the month of December with the drop in sales because we didn't prepare our customer support. We weren't prepared. Obviously, when you triple your sales in a month, you're gonna have triple the amount of emails, you're gonna have triple the amount of problems. We did not prepare for that. We just increased and did not prepare the back end. So your team needs to be ready for the increase in work, which we didn't prepare for, which means your customer support needs to be dialed. You can't be slacking on emails. You can't be slacking on social media. You must be refunding people because the increase in sales, Facebook, for every 5 purchases or something like that, I don't know if that's changed now, but people who purchase, Facebook does like reviews. So if they purchase from an ad on Facebook, they'll send a little pop-up saying, oh, you purchased from this website, how do you review it? That increase, because we didn't prepare the back end, all these new reviews we were getting, everyone was doing bad reviews. Our Facebook account got banned. So you need to prep the back end. I'll dive into that too. This second Black Friday, we were fine. We had a mad profit month in November, and then we had a positive profit month, obviously not a big profit month. I think we did £125 profit in that month. We did about 10K profit in December, obviously a massive difference. But this Q1, I think we did like 40 to 50K profit in November, but then we lost 20K the next month. It was minus 20K. So it pretty much evened out as we didn't have a Black Friday. We just had a general profit month both months. So we lost the chances and I got our ad account banned. So it wasn't good, but we learned a lot. Let's get into the solutions. I hope that makes sense. Let's talk about the fundamentals to start off with. What do we need to look at prepping prior to Q4? This is 2 to 3 months before, okay? You need to start prepping this stuff. Obviously, it's a little bit late now, but if you can still prep this stuff now and it should be okay. This is what I was talking about earlier. Facebook ad account bans, increase in sales, spike increase in reviews from customers making impulse purchases, more likely to charge back or give a bad review. What are things we need to sort out to make sure the feedback score and the reviews are good? Product issues, shipping, customer support backend prior to scaling, okay? We need to monitor the feedback. So number 1, what does Facebook score on the reviews? Customer support, shipping times, product quality. They're the main ones. Before you scale, your product needs to be in check. Obviously, if you've been scaling prior, your customer support, you're going to be picking up problems with the product. Unless your product's perfect, okay? Ours were not perfect. We had problems, defects with the product. Pick these up with the supplier. So if there is a common trend, we were reviewing, because we had so many SKUs, right? We were reviewing, all right, what are the biggest problems and which ones are causing the biggest return rate of our SKUs? So we had a massive Excel spreadsheet and we were basically tracking the responses and basically the returns rate for reasons why. Therefore, we could basically go to the supplier and be like, these are the reasons people are refunding the product. We need to work on this. So like, for example, let's say you're selling a t-shirt. A lot of people were refunding it saying you're selling a t-shirt for a man. The supplier was selling the t-shirt and the shoulders were super tight when it wasn't meant to be. So that's a defect in the product. You need to get the supplier to change because you don't want to be scaling with a product where it's got that problem for returning rate, okay? Product defects and problems sort out. Obviously, when you're drop shipping, packaging can be a big thing. Like you can have bad packaging. Make sure you sort out these loose ends that cause returning rates, okay? Or like, let's say you're shipping from China and there's bloody fucking Chinese labeling turning up at the customer's house. Gone, sort it out. These are super important, especially when you do more sales, because you can't have these foundational problems when you're doing loads of money in revenue. It just does not work. 2, customer support. So you need to do back end SOPs, standard operating procedures, for your customer support team, your VAs. Also, you need to think, right, if we're going to do double or triple the amount of revenue, we got this amount of tickets or this amount of emails, do we need to hire another VA that's trained prior to this Q4 month? Because you do not want your response rate to increase. You want a good response rate, 4 hours, maybe 6 hours at max. You want like a 4-hour customer response rate. So if someone emails you, you're getting someone respond within 4 hours. This is dialed in and it needs to be done properly. The other thing is, think about it like this. If you are going to double or triple your revenue, most of the time, obviously it's Black Friday, when you're increasing the spend, the ROAS will drop a little bit. Obviously it's Black Friday, but the ROAS will tend to drop. Also, your margins go down because you are decreasing, most likely you've got a discounted offer, okay? Most likely. So your margins are going to drop and your ROAS is going to drop as well because you're increasing the spend. Obviously the sales are there, but we need to figure out how can we increase the margins? This is super important because we're going to be increasing the spend. We want the profit margins to be as high as possible, so we maximize, okay? We said, look, Q4 is coming up. We basically said, look, we can do this amount of sales, but we're not going to be able to do it unless we increase the margin on the product. So we made a deal with our supplier. Okay, look, we're going to triple the amount of sales. However, you need to give us an extra 5% off the cost of the margin of the goods to give us that leeway to scale, which means they make more money because you're selling more goods with them, and you make more money and can scale higher. It's a win-win situation. This is important. You can probably do without your supplier if you have a good relationship. It's another thing to take into account. So these are 2 apps that I found that you can implement to basically help support these problem-solving issues. Number 1, charge flow. One of the biggest problems you have when in Q4 is obviously your team needs to manually dispute chargebacks, okay? This can be a nightmare, especially if you're doing low ticket. Luckily, when I had my store, it was high ticket. Basically, this app gives a solution and it basically automates that process so you can take your VA teams off the chargeback process. This app, again, will automate the process of chargebacks, plus it should increase the bottom line profits by winning more chargeback cases. And it's actually pretty good as well. Obviously you can see it on the screen as well, but you only pay base if they win you a chargeback. You can see here the estimated savings that you're gonna get. So when you're protecting on the baseline from scaling your brand, you need to work on the chargeback. So this is an app that I would suggest. It's Chargeflow. Like I said, it's free to use. These guys reached out to us, so there is a link below if you want to use them. They've got some pretty good reviews. And again, if it's gonna increase the profits and help you with your chargebacks and automate that response whilst reducing the task for your VAs, it's pretty much a no-brainer, and it's free to trial as well, so you might as well do that. So click the link below. The next app I found to increase profit margins, obviously email marketing is a massive thing, but no one really does SMS recovery. So TextCart, they're a new company actually. I've seen them on Twitter actually pop up ages ago. Basically tried it out, so I use this for my own brand and it's good. They actually reached out to me as well, which I was like, dope, this is perfect. We use them, they're good. As well as Chargeflow, we're using them now as well. It's a good app. Again, increases the profits and it recovers the cart via text SMS with an AI automation. So it'll basically text the customer and have a conversation with them and recover their cart, which is sick. The only things you really need to change is you need to collect their number and basically make sure on the checkout that the details are that the customer inputs their phone number and allows for us to basically message them. And then you have an AI bot reach out to them and text them to recover their cart. So this will increase, again, your baseline revenue and profits for your brand, which is another thing. Like I said, the protection once scaling, you need to increase your profits and reduce your risks of chargeback. So both these apps are really good. The beautiful thing with this, again, is pay to play. So you only pay for the money they make you, and you actually get your first $1,000 in recoveries for free. You can click the link below and you can download this as well. Let's get into creating the offer. The offer we used was up to percentage across the store. So if you have a niche branded store, which we had, so we had like up to 24 products, do an up to percentage across the store, like up to 70% off. Obviously on your best sellers, you don't discount that much, but on some products that are not selling the best, you discount more. Obviously you want to keep your margin strong across the board. I would recommend do not go below 60% gross margin. Obviously depends what your margins are like and your AOV, but you want to give people a better discount than you've been running all year. Like obviously what some people will do is they'll have 20% off all year and they'll just change the text saying Black Friday offer. Tend to give a bit more, especially with branded dropshipping, because there'll be people viewing your store throughout the year that want the bigger discount and would only purchase when it's a bit cheaper. Give them a reason to buy. So we did up to percentage across the store, or you could do like a flat rate discount, or you could like buy one, get one free. I would recommend either flat rate discount that's higher than normal, or up to percentage across the store and you reduce the products way more. I figured out what worked because I tested it prior years of the Q4. So I had 2 Q4s before I dialed the offer in of what worked the best. And for us, it was the percentage of across the store. So obviously, if this is a new store that you're doing your first Q4, you're not going to know what offers the best for Q4. So look at what other brands are doing or other brands have done in the past. So you could actually Google Internet Archive and you can look at other website stores in the past. So you'll be able to see their offers. I think it's called Internet Time Machine or Internet Archive. You can view websites back in the past or what they were like. So there's an idea for you. So offer placing on the website. What did we do? Where did we place the offer? So I'm going to give you an example now. I've got a website that's sort of doing the same thing. We had a sales time bar. A lot of people were like, doesn't this look scammy? No, it worked for us. We A/B tested it. So we would do something like this, but like Black Friday offer 24 hours left, etc., up to 70% off, something like that. Timer bar. And then as well as that, what I would suggest doing that I've seen work pretty well, you need to place your offer on the website. Where's it going to perform the most? So obviously this is not a best example because I don't have it, but what I would do is under the description, I would have the offer here. So you can basically have 70% off on this product now with the timer bar on as well there. Make it look professional though, not scammy, not like in your face, like minimalistic, like this timer bar, so it's clear and simple. So you can have it under the add to cart as well. Right, let's get into the juicy stuff now. When you are doing your Black Friday offer, you need to have a sales calendar. How are you going to sell? When are you going to sell? And how are you going to present it? So let's dive into this. November, Bosch. Why are we doing this sale over the 30 days? It's a good question. When you're running paid ads, you want to be able to optimize the ads and creatives to scale as much as you possibly can. So if you release this basically sale offer early, you can basically optimize and figure out what ads are performing the best to basically scale the most on Black Friday. And you've got more data around to play with, and you've got a bigger time frame to maximize the sale. You want to milk this Black Friday sale 1 month, okay, even a bit longer, 5 weeks. How do we break up the sale? Blue, early access Black Friday sale. This works pretty well. So this is exactly what we did. We're doing early access Black Friday sale. So you call it like early access VIP Black Friday sale or something. Basically the same offer, but you start early, and there's a reason to start early. Early access or VIP access or something like that. Yellow, Black Friday sale. One thing you could do, you could have a smaller discount here, bigger discount here, or I would suggest just do it all the same. You basically launch it then. And then red is Black Friday extended sale. So you can basically milk the whole 30 days, if not 4 to 5 weeks of this sale period. You definitely need to. And after this, you'd do Christmas sales calendar just before Christmas, okay? So you'd switch all the offer into Christmas. And I'll explain how this works with the email backend. This is super important. You need an email calendar and you need to prep it, all right? So let's have a look. This doesn't look complicated, but it prints a lot of money, especially if you've got a brand with a big email list, and it's super important. Emails are so important. How do you prep the email list to basically bang and milk as much money as you can possibly from your customers in a positive way, obviously, but just you basically want to maximize sales as much as you can in this 30-day period. First email we're going to do, obviously got emails prior, but you want to be sending campaigns to your email list. Boom, we need to warm up. So on the 28th of October, warm up. Early access Black Friday sale is coming soon. Early access Black Friday sale is live tomorrow. So these bits of text, these are the dates, these are texts of like campaign ideas you can send. Don't take this for word, but this is an idea of a structure you can follow, and it worked for us, okay? So basically in October, end of October, you want to warm up the list. Like, look, we're going to be releasing an early access VIP Black Friday sale. You guys are obviously on the list. It's going to be on the website. It's going to be launching November 1st. Boom, November 1st, you say sales live. You don't want to be hammering sales all the time. Obviously we can in this time frame because we got a big sale on. The early access sale is very early. So let's prep the email list with some more stuff. An email of customer reviews, product info email, like basically talking about product. Obviously this is dependent on your niche as well, but let's say you've got a supplement, give information on product, little warm-up email, not sales, bit of back-end information for your customers. Little reminder, early access sale is still live, new product alert, we've just launched, stuff like this. All bit of urgency, bestseller has nearly sold out. We remind them of the sale, don't miss the early access sale, boom, bit of urgency, stock is super low. Let's chill out a bit, customer reviews, okay? This is how you deal with the email list. Now we've chilled out a bit. Obviously, we're scaling the ads at this point. The ad budgets are going up. The ad budgets are going up because we're coming into the period of Black Friday. People are looking to purchase now because the discounts are there. All this time we're increasing ad spend. Here we go again, little email, last chance. Early access is nearly gone. Okay, now we let that slide. Okay, now we start warming up for the Black Friday sale. Black Friday sale's live soon. We are launching Black Friday sale on Wednesday. Black Friday sale live tomorrow, Black Friday sale, boom. These emails will print a lot of cash, especially this one, first day of Black Friday sale. This will make a lot of money, like, especially if you've got a brand doing numbers, like we all send in emails and they're producing a lot of cash. Now, this is super important. What I would advise is pretty much send an email to your email list every single day of the Black Friday offer. Hit the email list hard here. Black Friday sale live. I don't know what to add here because I've just added it. I forgot to add it. Reminder, Black Friday sale is live. Boom, urgency. Wow, our stock has nearly sold out. Thank you so much, customers. Here we go. Black Friday sale ends tomorrow. Last chance. On the last final email of Black Friday on the Monday for the weekend, you'll be like, look, Black Friday sale ends tonight. Then we switch into, we have extended our Black Friday sale. So you would basically go to extended Black Friday sale. And then basically you send an email, look, the Black Friday sale has been going so well, we've decided to extend the sale. And you keep producing these big discounts for your customers. Obviously, I'm not really talking about Facebook ads here, but basically in this period, it would be increase in spend, spend going crazy on this yellow time, and obviously reduce spend here, but still going crazy. Black Friday weekend, you can spend a lot of money if your ads are profitable. Flows, I didn't include this. Well, it needs to be included, but I forgot about it. So basically, another thing that we did with the flows, so obviously you've got all the back end automated email flows. One thing we did, this wasn't A/B tested completely, but we implemented it and obviously it works, we made money, etc. The Black Friday period is so short, 30 days, right? And your email flows are basically delayed. So things that we did on all the automated flows like welcome flow, abandon flow, customer win back, all this, we changed all the copy and offers to Black Friday. So the welcome flow will be Black Friday, the abandoned cart will be Black Friday. Like the email sequences will all be focused on Black Friday with more urgency. So for example, in the abandoned cart email flow, that flow usually would be over like maybe 7 to 2 weeks. We would shorten the delay times between the emails for like 24 hours. If they were abandoned cart, they would get 5 emails within 7 days to maximize the chances of getting those sales within the time period of the Black Friday offer. Do you get what I mean? So time delays between the flows and the email sequence were shortened. Copy on the email sequences returned to Black Friday offer. This was another thing we did. It worked. Whether it was more profitable than what it would have been, I don't know, because it's hard to tell with the data, but it worked. So creatives, this is super important. So obviously this is super basic, what I've said here, but I'm going to explain to you what is the prep that you need to be doing for creative. So creative prep for Black Friday should be done 1 to 3 months beforehand. You need to prep. If your store has been going for a while, number one, we need to review creative past data, like 30, even up to a year back in the day. And what we're going to be doing with that, as much as the data, basically lifetime data of ads, find all the best performing ads you've had and make variations of them. So the variations could be different offer. Just start retesting new ads out of all your best ads that your store has been live, as well as all the best ads that have been performing. Put the Black Friday offer in. So new variations of the best ads of lifetime. Also make Black Friday variations of the best performing ads over lifetime. Stuff like this. So make them early, make those. The other thing you want to do, all best performing ads, again, lifetime, short time, whatever, make Black Friday versions. So basically what we talk about there. So basically, for example, if you had a best performing ad, recreate that ad, but put a Black Friday offer in there. Or if you had a best performing summer sale ad, take that ad and change it to Black Friday. That is basically what you need to be doing. As well as number 3, create blue ocean ads to test prior so you can find any more bangers. So for example, August, October, you need to test in brand new ads, a lot of new ads, to basically find if you can get any more winning creatives that you can put into Black Friday to scale more. So the spend tips and traffic tips for like, what can you do early in advance to basically make sure you win in Black Friday month, okay? Basically what you want to be doing, you want to be increasing your traffic to your website and increasing sales prior to Black Friday. So increase your baseline sales in August, September, October, okay? Obviously August kind of a bad month for ecom generally, but August, September, October, like Q3, you want to be increasing your spend, even if it's less profitable, because your website's got more data, you build up your email list. Even if you're not collecting those sales now, you might collect them in Q4, okay? If you scale, even if it's not that profitable or less profitable than it usually is, you're buying out and bidding to auction higher than everyone else prior, even though you're making less profit. So when it comes to increasing spending Black Friday, you're already ahead of everyone else. You've got more data, more traffic to go off in the niche, etc. And you're bidding higher than everyone else. So you're above in the Facebook auction, to which you can get the best sales when you scale up and again. That's a little tip. Right, everyone, I hope the video was good. This was super long, but yeah, if you want to work with us, feel free to book a call. Peace and love. I'm definitely gonna be filming more videos. I've been slacking this past week, but yeah, I've been working on the brand. I still need to film a brand update. But yeah, that's why I have not been filming as much, because loads of shit for Q4 for the brands and stuff. But everyone, peace, appreciate it.